Hello, hello. Welcome to North Node Alchemy. Today we are going to look into the energies of the Venus retrograde for your North Node placement. If you're not sure where your North Node is, you can check the description box below. There's a link on my site where you can check the chart and see where the North Node is on your birthday. All right, what else do I need to say here? I'm not sure if I'm going to put this all into one big video or if I'm going to upload each sign separately. I am definitely doing this intro just once. So yes, the Venus retrograde is from March 1st to about the 13th of April in 2025. It's going to start in Aries, or it has already started at the time that I'm doing this reading, in Aries from the 1st till about the 27th of March, and then from the 28th of March to the 13th of April, depending on where you are in the world, it will be in Pisces. Dates may vary depending on where you are in the world, but it's definitely in Pisces. So we're starting in the fire sign of Aries and then moving to the water sign of Pisces. This is also following a very watery, dreamy new moon in Pisces and a very auspicious and rare 7-planet alignment. So it's a time of a lot of possibility to step into your big visions, your biggest, most expansive visions, and to make significant shifts in your inner world, belief system, the vibe that you live in, the vibe you give off, and have the external world respond to that change almost immediately. What else can I say about this? Well, I'll take you through the spread that I co-created with my guides and some beings who I work with who reside in the upper echelons of Venus. I'm using the Flower of Venus pattern here, which is just a diagram that shows the dance between Venus and Earth as they orbit the sun. This pattern takes about 5 Venus cycles, or approximately 8 years, to create in the sky. And we're going to start with, let me get my notes. Where are my notes? Okay. In the center, we're going to have an oracle card that denotes the central theme. And then we're going to do the past self, present attributes, that being like some characteristics, traits that energies that you are working with that are working in your favor, let's say, or maybe not. Let's see. I don't want to get ahead of myself there. And then we have the future attribute, or the attribute to embody, at the top. We'll talk about the energies that will be stirred up and energies presented during the Venus retrograde for you. And then we'll exit this pattern to see how you will exit the retrograde, or the resolution point of this stir up of energies that will be happening over the next 6 to 8 weeks, possibly beyond. They're telling me 90 days. So there's the energies that are stirred up during this time this is just a catalyst, but there'll be a lot of significant reorganization of energies during this period, the retrograde period, and the weeks following. So I'm going to jump right in to each sign. Thanks for sticking around for the intro, and enjoy your reading. Hello, Gemini North Node. Welcome to your reading for the Venus retrograde. I got one kind of sticking out. I'm just seeing if that's really the one. I'm going to go for it. It says open, say yes, expand through the extremes, trust life. Okay, I got something at the bottom of the deck. I'm going to keep that there as a PS from the universe for you. So let me read from the guidebook to open this reading. It says, well, open. Okay. This is probably one of the biggest challenges of life, keeping your heart open through the extremes. No one is immune to the highs and lows of the human experience, from the ecstasy to the agony, the joy to the grief, the love to the loss. We can't bypass the difficult parts of being human if we want to truly experience the bliss. And if you close your heart off to the grief, you won't be able to fully experience the joy. The rose teaches us this, season after season. She knows that if she doesn't surrender to each of the seasons, come summer she won't be able to bloom. Birth teaches us this too. The safer the mother feels, the more she can be open. Lying and dying with your heart open is truly a courageous act, as a life well lived is full of losses and tragedies, as well as great love, triumphs, and adventures. When we're going through difficult times, when we most want to separate, the healing is often found in connection, not separation. When we close our heart and shut down because the pain is too much, we often find ourselves more separate than before. The rose shows us how to open to the world, no matter what the day brings. This card is here to encourage you to say yes to life, to expand through the extremes, and to put your 2 feet wholly and completely in. The soul inquiry is, how can you say yes to life? So, I'm going to jump into your tarot and see what else needs to be said here. I've created a collection of workbooks for each North Node sign. Connect with your soul's desires and take an introspective journey into your North Node astrology. This workbook contains self-reflection exercises, guided meditations, and a curated Spotify playlist to accompany on your journey of alignment. Discover your soul today and download your workbook at feministalchemist.com. Oh. This is just a whole lot of cards, so I'm going to do a quick shuffle and bring it back to some simplicity. There we go. So at the bottom of the deck, you have the Two of Wands. At the bottom of the deck, at the in past position, you have the Two of Wands. In the present, you have the Wheel of Fortune. And in the future, you have the Emperor in reverse. Okay. There is some, and kind of read these all together. There is some control that needs to be released, some element of control. So in the past, you have an energy of, well, I don't want to say indecision, contemplation. There's been in the past, or there is a past situation that's still affecting your present, and it's about the decisions that you make. There's about the need to make a decision. There seems to be a resistance to making a decision, or a lot of contemplation one way or the other. When I say that, sorry, I should be more clear. I feel like there's a flip-flopping back and forth between two courses of action that could be taken, because there is a somehow a lack of clarity on either side. Like there's not enough information on either side of these decisions, and these decisions can be very extreme. Like the options are very extreme from each other. The Wheel of Fortune is here at play in your energy in the present, which signals to me that you could be very open to being, let's say, led, waiting for a signal from life, waiting for something to give, waiting for life to show you where it wants you to go. That may or may not feel true consciously, but subconsciously, I feel like you're just simply waiting for more information. And this Venus retrograde is bringing that information towards you. But what you need to meet the Venus retrograde or this information with is the trust that when the information comes, don't question the information, right? Because I feel like this information is going to be small. It's not going to be bold and in your face. But this one piece of information will bring about a decision that is quite significant during the Venus retrograde. Now, you may not make the decision during the Venus retrograde because it's not necessarily a time to make a huge change. But I do feel with this Emperor in reverse that you're being asked to observe more than act. The reason why, okay, this is what's happening, or this is what I'm feeling now is becoming more clear. The reason why it feels like you don't have enough information is because you're not looking for information, because you're looking for information or you're trying to rationalize information, like find practical information. The information is not in the practical. The information and even the decision that you take, the path that you take may not seem rational and practical. It is literally going to be a divinely guided decision from your higher self with the assistance of your guides, ancestors, and or whoever you rely on in your practice. You have the Three of Cups and you have the Knave of Wands in reverse. Yes, this information is going to come through unexpected ways and in more through subtle realms. I feel that you will it can come through the feeling of enjoyment. Number one. Number two, it will come during the information you need, the information you desire, so be open, will come during like times of leisure, is what I'm getting. Not in meditation, not in sitting in a boardroom, not when you're sitting making lists of pros and cons. It will come when the information you need will come when you're at your most relaxed state and likely in like social atmospheres. It may come through messengers on Earth, human, human messengers that give you information that you need. Indirectly. So expect information from unexpected sources. And I think that you will feel hesitant to act based on that information because you may usually make decisions based on more logical, you know, for logical reasons. I don't know why you're getting so many cards. I've been getting so many cards this morning. But yeah, because at the end of this, you have the Seven of Swords and the Three of Swords, and they're both in reverse. So how you're coming out of the Venus retrograde energy, I feel is, well, first of all, this trust life, trusting in your decision, Three of Swords in reverse, I feel that you'll be much more confident that you're making the right decision for yourself. You're more confident in your decisions, period. I think this whole Venus retrograde is about you forming a relationship with your higher self, inner self, intuition, and the unseen, and signs and synchronicities, more subtle forms of communication. And the Seven of Swords in reverse is, yes, I feel in this case is showing being able to take a leap that is not where you don't feel fully informed, but you can feel confident. I hope this is making sense to you. Okay. I feel like this is a little bit of a cryptic message.
If you're wondering how you can work with the North Node in your life, check out my free tip sheet for living in your North Node. It helps you move with conscious awareness and offers practical steps for integrating the North Node in your life. This 2-page download gives you a summary of your North Node sign and a chart of key actions that you can take. Download your free tip sheet today at feministalchemist.com.
At the end, you have friendship. Fairies and humans alike need friends. Now is the time to seek out those who will support and encourage you on your journey and fulfill your dreams. And I feel like this card has three people, three fairies. This card is the Three of Cups. I do feel there is, I just, like your reading is coming through in a way that you're reading, it's mirroring the message of your reading. The way that the reading, the energy is coming through to me is almost the way it's mirroring the way it will come through to you. It's very subtle and almost cryptic, right? And through messengers, keep your eye open, keep your heart open, keep your ears open to messengers. That cross your path. I feel the need to look at these cards that I call them the PS appendix cards that come through that I don't take in the spread, but who announce themselves. So we have the whispers of Mother Earth: creativity, ideas, inspiration, artist, writer, channel. I'm just going to read it like that. And if it resonates with you, it sparks some inner knowing in you, yay. If not, leave it aside. Because as I said, these are the PS/appendix cards. And then we have the Knave of Swords in reverse. Knave of Swords being a lot about discernment and working your discernment, and this being in reverse. So some of you, what do you want to tell them with this Knave of Swords in reverse? Okay, for some of you, there's an overactivity of trying to be discerning when this, whatever is being navigated during the Venus retrograde, requires this being open. Say yes, expand to the extremes, trust life, just being open to the flow of life, which may not be something that feels very comfortable to you. Now, I feel like I was very cryptic in that reading, so I do hope that it came through to you in some way that is useful to you and clear to you. But I'm going to leave the reading there as opposed to talk in more circular and cryptic ways. Do check out the North Node resources in the description box, and I thank you very much for stopping by today, and I wish you all the best. Until next time, take care, be well, and stay blessed. Bye for now.